Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Shares in Sky have risen sharply today after the American media giant Comcast made a surprise takeover bid for the British broadcaster, pitting itself against Rupert Murdoch's 21st Century Fox, which had already made an offer. Our media editor, Amol Rajan, is here. So how significant is this latest bid for Sky?
I think hugely so, Sophie. We've now got 3 active bids for the British broadcaster. You've got Rupert Murdoch's 21st Century Fox that are trying to get full control. That bid has been stuck in the regulatory quagmire because of concerns over media plurality. Basically, the Murdochs having too much power and influence. The second is this fresh bid from the US giant Comcast, a huge company, and that's unlikely to face the same regulatory hurdles. And separate to all of that, you've got Disney, the US entertainment giant, trying to take control of Fox. All of these bids share one thing in common. They're part of a frenzy of deal-making and consolidation going on across international media. I think if you're a Sky customer, this is good news. More companies want to give you great programmes. If you're an independent shareholder in Sky, it's fantastic news. Your share price has gone rocketing. But if you're Rupert Murdoch, who set up Sky in 1990 and now faces the prospect of being a minority shareholder, unless he forks out more cash, this isn't quite the Hollywood ending that he was hoping for.
Amol, thank you.
The US media giant Comcast, which owns NBC and Universal Pictures, has launched a £22 billion bid for Sky, which could frustrate Rupert Murdoch's efforts to take over the company. He's already been the subject of concerns from the competition regulator about the amount of influence he would have over Britain's media. Comcast says the only option Murdoch now has left is to offer more for Sky, and that could open up a bidding war, as our economics correspondent Helia Ebrahimi reports.
Sky News, making the news. US giant Comcast today launching a £22 billion bid for the British broadcaster.
You're watching Sky News at 5. I'm Anna Jones.
Gate-crashing Rupert Murdoch's long-nurtured dreams to buy the business outright. Comcast is the biggest media company you've probably never heard of. In the US, it's worth $190 billion. While it started as a cable company, it also owns NBC TV network, Universal Film Studios, Universal Resorts in Orlando, and DreamWorks Studio, maker of Shrek and How to Train Your Dragon. It started with champagne all those years ago, but now Murdoch will have to increase his own offer or walk away from the deal.
We are seeing the dawn of a new age in this country of freedom for viewing and freedom for advertising.
Murdoch has repeatedly tried to take control of the 61% he doesn't have, but controversy over his power in the British media and political hostility has stalled his progress.
Sky is a valuable and attractive asset. It's not just attractive to the existing shareholder that owns 39%, Fox. It's generally attractive. There are not many properties on the market that have, you know, the attributes of Sky.
Sky has 22 million customers across Europe, but it's always been considered a small fish. For 10 years, it's been a perennial takeover target from larger broadcasters. Big fish like Rupert Murdoch, who already owns 39% of Sky, has battled to try and buy the whole company. But last year, Murdoch's own empire, Fox, agreed to be swallowed up by its heavyweight competitor, Disney. Now there's a more dangerous fish in the water. Bigger than its rivals, Comcast has smelt an opportunity. So can Rupert Murdoch rescue this bid for Fox?
He may not be out of moves, but he may be out of pocket because he's going to have to find a lot more money together with his friends at Disney to make a counter-offer for Sky.
Sources close to Comcast, which is flush with cash, say this is just the first salvo in a battle to win control.
Buy geek box sets in Sky
In the
Store
world
now.
of global media players, technology, news and cinema have converged. If you're not competing with the likes of Amazon, then your future is less secure.
In order to survive, you have to be huge. Not just big, but huge. And the Murdochs have tried to get huge. They tried to buy Time Warner and failed.
The fallout for the 24-hour news channel is not yet clear, but so far the promise for 10 years of investment by Fox has not been matched by Comcast. its interest in Sky, and more about European growth and football rights, with its passion for UK news not yet tested.
Helia Ebrahimi there.
In a lifetime in business, the media mogul Rupert Murdoch has known a few takeover battles, usually ending up on the winning side. But now he does have a fight on his hands with a huge rival corporation to cement his hold on the broadcaster. Sky, the biggest cable TV company in the United States, Comcast, has put in a higher offer in order to give it a foothold in the European TV market.
Live football made Sky the success that it is. The company is still celebrating extending the rights to show Premier League games, but now finds itself in the middle of a kick-around.
Comcast and Sky are a perfect fit, with Sky's leadership in Europe pairing nicely with our strong position in the US. Europe is obviously a highly attractive market, and this acquisition would create a leading platform for growth.
The Comcast Media Group already owns Universal Studios, DreamWorks Animation, as well as the NBC cable and broadcast networks. Comcast wants to buy Sky, its technology, its content, and its 23 million subscribers in the UK, Germany and Italy, using them as a platform to expand into Europe. The complication is that 39% of Sky is currently owned by Rupert Murdoch's 21st Century Fox. Murdoch is trying to buy full control of Sky before selling it and most of the rest of his Fox empire to Disney. Fox's bid for Sky has run into regulatory problems. The concern is the deal will give the Murdoch family too much control over news media in the UK. Fox has offered concessions to guarantee the editorial independence of Sky News. It's also promising to keep the channel open for at least the next 10 years. Now, Comcast says it will maintain funding for Sky News for the long term, although it's not clear what long term means, and that pledge is not legally binding. Comcast plans to pay Sky shareholders £12.50 for each share they own. That's more than Fox is offering. But Sky's share price soared above £13 today. Investors are betting on a bidding war, and whatever happens next is likely to leave the Murdoch family richer.
For the Murdochs, this is only upside and only good news. I mean, they have a very substantially increased bid. They own 39% of Sky. They're not sure that Fox can take over Sky, their own business can take over Sky where we are.
Comcast owns Universal Pictures, which made the film Jurassic World. The dinosaurs are thought to have been wiped out by a meteor. Cable and satellite companies fear the internet may do the same to them. By teaming up, they hope to take on the likes of Netflix and ensure survival.
You need to get us out of here.
Yeah. John Hills, News at 10.